Welcome to our countdown of the strangest foods in the world. I'm your host, and I'm here to take you on a wild ride for your taste buds, or at least your sense of adventure. Get ready to explore some truly bizarre culinary delights. We're talking about dishes that would make even the most adventurous foodie think twice. From creepy crawlies to fermented fish, we're diving deep into the world of unusual eats. Buckle up, food adventurers. It's going to be a wild ride. Okay folks, let's kick things off in the Philippines with a dish that's not for the faint of heart, balut. Imagine this. You crack open a duck egg expecting that yolky goodness, but instead, you're met with a partially developed duck embryo. Yep, feathers, beak, the works. It's a street food staple in the Philippines, often enjoyed as an afternoon snack or even a late-night bite. Vendors usually sell them from steaming baskets, the aroma a mix of savory broth and, well, something a little harder to define. Now I know what you're thinking, there's no way I'm putting that in my mouth. But before you turn away in disgust, consider this. Balut is packed with protein and considered a delicacy in many cultures. It's all about perspective, right? Think of it like this. You've got your savory broth, kind of like a soup. Then you've got the tender duck meat. That's the part that might throw some folks off. But hey, different strokes for different folks, right? Would I eat it again? Absolutely. It's an explosion of textures and flavors, and you know me, I'm all about pushing culinary boundaries. But hey, I get it, balut isn't for everyone. Let's journey now to the land of fire and ice, Iceland. Here they've got a dish that's as pungent as a volcano and as cold as a glacier. Hakarl. We're talking fermented shark, my friends. But not just any shark. This is Greenland shark, and it's got a secret weapon. It urinates through its skin. That's right, you heard me correctly. So, to make hakarl, the shark meat is buried underground for weeks to ferment and, well, detoxify. The result? A dish with an aroma that can only be described as intense. Think ammonia mixed with a hint of fish gone wrong. It's often served in cubes on toothpicks, and let me tell you, it's an acquired taste. The texture is surprisingly cheesy, but the flavor? Let's just say it's not for the faint of heart. Some say it tastes like a strong blue cheese, while others compare it to cleaning products. I'll let you decide which side of the fence you're on. But hey, the Icelanders have been eating it for centuries and they seem to be doing just fine. It's a true testament to their resilience and, well, their noses. Hold on to your stomachs, folks, because we're about to dive into the world of cheese. But not just any cheese, this is casu marzu, a Sardinian delicacy that's definitely not for the squeamish. Picture this, sheep's milk cheese, left to ferment. But here's the twist, they intentionally introduce live cheese flies to lay their eggs inside. Yep, you read that right. Maggots. These little critters break down the cheese's fats, giving it a uniquely soft, almost oozing texture. And yes, the maggots are still alive and wriggling when you eat it. Now, some folks carefully remove the maggots before indulging, but the truly adventurous? They go for the full experience, crunchy maggots and all. It's said to have a sharp, spicy flavor that lingers on the palate. I'm not gonna lie, this one even pushes my limits. But hey, who am I to judge? If you're ever in Sardinia and feeling brave, give it a try. Just don't blame me if you end up seeing things crawling in your sleep. Next up, we're heading to Sweden, a country known for its minimalist design and, well, its fermented herring. Surströmming, my friends, is not for the nose blind. This stuff is notoriously stinky, so much so that it's often eaten outdoors, far away from any innocent bystanders. So, what is it exactly? It's Baltic herring, fermented for months in barrels. The fermentation process releases gases that cause the cans to bulge, making them look like ticking time bombs of funky fish. Opening a can of surströmming is a delicate art, often done underwater to contain the pungent aroma. Once unleashed, the smell is something else. Imagine rotten eggs, old gym socks, and a hint of the sea, all blended together in a symphony of stench. It's traditionally eaten on thin flatbread with potatoes, onions, and sour cream, all piled high to mask the, shall we say, unique flavor. But hey, if you're feeling brave, you can always try it straight from the can. Just be prepared for your taste buds to go on a wild and possibly unpleasant ride. Get ready for a taste of Mexico, but not the tacos and tequila you might be expecting. We're talking about escamoles, a delicacy that's as old as the Aztecs themselves. What are they, you ask? Ant larvae. Yep, you heard me right. These little critters are harvested from the roots of agave plants, the same plants used to make tequila. Considered a true delicacy, escamoles are often called insect caviar due to their rarity and, well, their price tag. They have a delicate, slightly nutty flavor and a buttery texture that's quite pleasant. You can find them in upscale restaurants, served in tacos, omelets, or even sautéed with butter and spices. Don't be put off by their appearance. Think of them as tiny, edible pearls. So if you're ever feeling adventurous in Mexico City, be sure to seek out this unique culinary experience. You might just be surprised at how much you enjoy these little ant larvae. Hold on to your chopsticks, folks, because we're about to dive into the world of live seafood. Sanakji, a Korean delicacy, is not for the faint of heart. Imagine this: a plate arrives at your table, and on it, a small octopus, chopped into pieces, its tentacles still wriggling. That's Sanakji. The octopus is so fresh it's still moving, its suction cups clinging to your mouth as you try to chew it. It's a true test of bravery, and some might say, sanity. The key to eating Sanakji is to chew, 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 lest those suction cups attach themselves to your throat. It's often dipped in sesame oil and served with a side of soju, a Korean rice liquor. It's not the most visually appealing dish, I'll admit, but it's definitely an experience. Just be careful not to choke. Chapter 7. Century Egg, a blast from the past. Let's journey now to China, a land of ancient traditions and, well, some rather interesting culinary creations. Take, for instance, the century egg, also known as the 1,000-year egg, or for the more dramatically inclined, the horse urine egg. Don't worry, no horses were harmed in the making of this egg. The name comes from its appearance. The egg white transforms into a translucent amber jelly, while the yolk takes on a dark green, almost black hue. It's all thanks to a special preservation process that involves burying duck, chicken, or quail eggs in a mixture of clay, ash, salt, quicklime, and rice hulls for several weeks to several months. The result? An egg with a pungent aroma and a complex flavor that's both creamy and slightly sulfurous. It's often served as a delicacy in Chinese cuisine, sliced into wedges and garnished with ginger or chili oil. It might not be the most visually appealing egg in the world, but hey, it's been around for centuries for a reason. Give it a try, you might just be surprised. Durian, the stinky fruit. Get ready to hold your breath as we travel to Southeast Asia, home to the durian, a fruit so pungent it's banned on public transportation in some countries. Known as the king of fruits, the durian is a sensory overload. Its spiky exterior is intimidating enough, but it's the smell that'll really knock you off your feet. Imagine a mix of rotten onions, gym socks, and sweet custard, all blended together in a symphony of stench. It's enough to make your eyes water, but don't let that deter you. Once you get past the smell, the durian reveals a creamy, custard-like flesh that's both sweet and savory. It's often described as having hints of almond, cheese, and even garlic. It's an acquired taste to be sure, but one that many people swear by. It's eaten fresh, used in desserts, or even blended into smoothies. Just be sure to have a mint handy afterward. Chapter 9. Fried tarantulas. 8 legs of flavor. Our final stop takes us to Cambodia, where we're about to encounter a dish that's not for the arachnophobic fried tarantulas. Yep, you read that right. In this part of the world, these 8-legged critters are considered a delicacy, often sold as street food. Don't worry, they're not served alive. These tarantulas are bred specifically for consumption and are carefully prepared before they hit the frying pan. They're usually seasoned with salt, sugar, and sometimes chili, then deep fried until crispy. The result? A crunchy snack that's surprisingly tasty. The legs are said to have a slightly bitter flavor, while the abdomen is soft and creamy, with a taste reminiscent of crab meat. It's a true adventure for your taste buds, and a great way to impress your friends, or at least gross them out. So, if you're ever feeling brave in Cambodia, be sure to give these creepy crawlies a try. Would you dare? Thanks for joining us on this culinary adventure. We've traveled the globe, exploring some of the strangest and most fascinating foods the world has to offer. From maggot-infested cheese to fermented shark, we've seen it all. Which of these strange foods would you dare to try? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating content. Until next time, happy eating!